So hey guys, welcome to another Warframe video, and today we're gonna take a quick look at the mighty Sepulcrum. So first things first, how do you get your hands on this? Well, just like a lot of the other weapons from Heart of Deimos, you can get all the blueprints you need from Father. And you're gonna need 3 of them. So firstly, there is the barrel blueprint for 2000 standing, then there is the actual Sepulcrum blueprint for 4000 standing, which combines everything together with a city glass shard, which you can only get from Grandmother for 20 Grandmother tokens, and finally there is the receiver blueprint for 2000 standing as well. The Sepulcrum is a mastery rank 14 secondary burst pistol that does 48 damage per bullet, 26.9 out of which is puncture, 11.5 is slash, and then 9.6 is impact. And it fires 2 bullets per burst, so it essentially does double damage. On top of that though, the weapon will also splash 46 heat damage in a radius of 1.6 meters. It also comes with a pretty solid 30% crit chance, a slightly above average 2.2 times crit multiplier, a fire rate of 3.67, which isn't super high. It has a 4-second reload with a 90 round magazine, and it has a 14% status chance. Now, just like all the other weapons from Deimos, this one also has a secondary fire, but it's a little bit different to the other one. So once you get at least 5 enemies with the primary fire and you fill the little gauge underneath your crosshair, you'll be able to press the secondary fire, which will change the crosshair and allow you to mark up to 5 enemies. Once you've marked up to 5 enemies, you can press the primary fire and it will send out homing projectiles that will hit the marked enemies. And the secondary fire will do 96 damage with the initial projectile, 53.8 out of which is puncture, 23 is slash, and then 19.2 is impact, and it will splash 480 heat damage in a radius of 3 meters. And it also comes with a very nice 38% crit chance, a fantastic 3 times crit multiplier, and pretty solid 26% status chance as well. Now in the end, I ended up using a 4 Forma build where I've added 4 Vs, and it's a pretty generic hybrid secondary setup. So I'm running Hornet Strike for damage, Barrel Diffusion for multi-shot, Lethal Torrent for fire rate and multi-shot, Prime Pistol Gambit for crit chance, Prime Target Cracker for crit damage, and then I personally just had to go with Stunning Speed because I cannot stomach the 4-second reload on this. However, if you're gonna deal with the reload in any other way, or you can somehow stomach it yourself, you can just run Scorch instead for more damage. And to top it all off, I'm running Pistol Pestilence and Jolt for corrosive end status. Now, just in case you either don't mind the reload or you're gonna deal with it in any other way, we're gonna do the simulacrum testing with Scorch, just so you can see the full power of the weapon. Also, as you may have noticed, I don't have an Exiles mod on the belt, and it's because A, I don't have any platinum, B, I ran out of Exiles adapters, and C, none of them are too impactful. Now, as you can see, the primary fire does more than enough damage to take care of even sortie level Grenier, and the secondary fire is even better than that. It does quite a bit of upfront damage, and the heat procs it leaves behind are quite spicy as well. Then as you move on to the infestation, you can see the weapon performs even better. Most of them actually die in one shot, and the secondary fire is essentially a guaranteed one shot versus most of the infested. And it's not too shabby versus the corpus either, even if you're lazy like me and you don't switch away from corrosive and heat. Though if you want to squeeze far more performance from the weapon versus the corpus, you would ideally want to go with viral or viral and heat instead. And now we come to the conclusion. So what do I think about the Sepulcrum? Well, it starts off slow, I will tell you that much. I mean, I really didn't like the weapon in the beginning because before you get some decent mods on it, the reload is atrocious, the fire rate is low, and the damage isn't too good either, but it slowly grew on me over time as I played with it more and I was able to put on more and more mods as I added Forma. I'm still kind of bothered by the fire rate because it still feels kind of low even with Lethal Torrent, and the reload is still not amazing even with the reload mod, though it's not too bad because you have 45 shots in the magazine, so you don't reload that often. But the damage is pretty damn solid, the weapon looks and sounds awesome, the secondary fire is kind of cool, I like it, it's pretty unique, and depending on whether or not you find city glass shards hard to obtain, the weapon could also be considered somewhat cheap. So I would definitely recommend you give this weapon a shot. It's pretty fun. And that is pretty much it for the video. So I thank you very much for watching. As always guys, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.